Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you want to see how I created this statue look, keep on watching. Alright, we're starting off fresh face, and we're going to start gluing down the eyebrows. I'm not going to be too worried about making sure to completely conceal them, just want to make sure to get them down pretty flat. Taking a spatula and some NYX white cream paint, I'm just going to go ahead and put that on top of my eyebrows. This is just to help from the glue showing up through the paint. Taking this fluffy brush, I'm just starting to pack down that white NYX cream paint and blurring out those edges just so it conceals them a little bit better when we put the paint on top of them. I'm going to start setting my brows with some translucent powder. Doesn't matter what powder, we just need to set down the eyebrows because if not, they'll end up being super greasy and the paint's not going to stick to them. Taking this textured sponge, I got this sponge from Hobby Lobby for anybody who wants to use this as well. I'm just taking some Mehron white body paint and just starting to stipple that all over my face, neck, and chest. You can use whatever type of body paint that you'd like. I just prefer the Mehron brand. I'm not an affiliate, I just love their makeup. I'm not being too precise with the white body paint because I know that I'm going to end up going over it probably 2 or 3 times. It doesn't have to be perfectly white because I do want to get that speckled texture. Using the same sponge and some gray body paint this time, I'm randomly placing the body paint all over, and then I'm going back in and placing a bit more of that gray in areas that I feel would have a lot more shadow. If you don't have a sponge, you can use a toothbrush and get the same result by flicking on the paint. I'm packing that color right on top of my hairline so it gives it a seamless finish whenever we add the white body paint later to the hair. Taking some gray eyeshadow, I'm just going to start carving out my features. This doesn't have to be super precise because we are going to go back in later on with a black just to make it even deeper looking. I am using this right underneath my eyebrows and down the side of my nose so that we get that carved out look. Using that same shadow, I'm just going to start packing that all over my lid. Just want my eyes to start looking pretty deep set. Going in and deepening in those hollows of my cheekbones and right underneath the lip. Taking a smaller brush that's more precise with some black eyeshadow on it, I'm putting that on the tip of my nose to make it seem even more prominent. Also using that on my jawline and down the sides of my face. Going back over the areas that I had already set the gray down, I'm adding black right on top of that. Using that same sponge with some black body paint on it, just starting to stipple that all over my face just randomly. Now I'm starting to add some cracking going down my face. This footage is sped up about 3 times because of how slow and precise I'm being with the brush. I don't think I've ever done a look that has cracks in it, so this was kind of like the first time of me ever doing it. So at first I felt like I didn't really know what I was doing, and then, no, I guess I have done a look with cracks before. I just lied. But later on I start getting even more comfortable with adding it, and it seems to go much faster. I'm cutting out where the edge of my statue head is going to be. At first, I'm not too precise with this, just want to get it all covered with black, and then I'll go back in and make it precise. This reminds me a lot of the Haunted Mansion, of those guys who are singing, and I'm kind of digging it. Using some white body paint, I'm adding in some highlights sporadically, just where I think highlights would have been. Adding again some gray eyeshadow pretty close to the edge, but not right on top of it, so that you have a little bit of that white strip to kind of be a natural highlight, and that will add dimension and make it look more realistic. I didn't like the shape that I had originally carved out, so just using some more black paint, I just took it back a little bit more. Using some Pros-Aid on a cotton swab, I'm just starting to add some glue all over my face where I'm going to put down that moss. You don't have to use Pros-Aid, you can use liquid latex or spirit gum. I've been holding on to this moss for probably 2 years now, knowing that at some point I will be using it, and the time has come. I felt like the moss looked a little too dried out, so I was just adding a little bit of green to give it a bit more life. As much as I love my red hair, it wouldn't be right if I kept it. Going over it with some white body paint. Wanted to add some butterflies to this look. Using some Pros-Aid, I'm adding that just to the bottom of the butterfly, letting that get a little bit tacky, and then adding it to my statue. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Bye!